right, we are now live. Here we go, sis. All right, here we go, folks. Damn, that took some doing. And welcome to the Amputee Podcast. So we got to reach, talk about all that shit. How was your holiday?
It was cool. I was sick, so didn't do much.
I'm here. You're here with Chef T and Mr. Q. And we'd love to hear from you. Oh, that's only the bad thing about this Facebook thing. I can't put in my little streams at the bottom of the screen and shit. Damn, okay. All right, we had some problems broadcasting from our StreamYard. Last time I had that shit going when you weren't here. I don't know, man. I'll wrap my head around it. My wife and I were even trying to figure it out a little bit earlier. And I thought we had it down. So, check us out and see if you see us live on Facebook there, Chef.
I'll be fast for that.
Yeah, I know. All right, let me... Because I can't tell if we are. I mean, I'm assuming that we are.
Yes, we
And
are live, yes.
okay, yes, we are live. Great. And I'm going to tap in the phone number in case you want to call. You can give us a call, and we'd love to hear from you. And the Amputee Podcast. That's what you listen to. This podcast. So we're in episode 2, and today we're going to be talking about the delusion of lack. Now, as soon as I can get this back on the screen, I think what I want to do is actually put this on our big screen. Can I do that? Expand video. Yeah. All right, so at least we got this part now, and then down here would be chats are going to come in if we need them. Perfect. All right. So the delusion of lack. What does lack mean to you when I sent that text to you about what we might talk about? Asking you.
Like
What'd you
less
think?
than, inadequate, along those lines.
Yeah. Not having enough.
Sure.
Right. When you first became an amputee, did you have any of those thoughts at all? Or I'm not going to ask that because I don't think that's an honest question. I would assume that you did have those thoughts. So my question, I guess, would be, how do you deal with any conceptions of lack? How do you deal with it? And what does it mean to you? You know, give me an example of it in your life, maybe. And I'm going to think of it. Lack.
Right.
Well, I didn't feel like I had enough. Well, shit, I felt like that today.
I don't necessarily think of it that way, though. I don't think of
Okay.
I don't have enough. It was more so things that I thought I couldn't do or wouldn't be able to do. So I was thinking more like, man, I can't swim anymore. I can't ride a bike anymore. I can't hike anymore. Those are my thoughts. But since I do all of that and some.
Uh-huh.
So, of course, when you first get amputated, those are your thoughts, your thoughts right off top. But as you venture through life, you notice that you can do everything that you could do before the amputation.
That's true.
So it's not like, or I wouldn't say it's a lack of something. It's just like more so I can't do.
Lack. Is there what? Okay, before I ask another question. So for me, an example of lack or in grappling with it, sometimes I feel like I don't have enough time in the day. Like, you remember last time we were talking, I was telling you about how those minutes to me count. You know, like I try to value every minute.
Right.
And I hate it if not hate it. No, that is how I feel. I have a hate for when I feel like I don't have enough time to accomplish a goal that should be easy to accomplish, and I feel like, oh shit, man, if I could just walk a little faster, I could fucking get this done. Or like here's an example. So, you know, I got guys that work for me and all. And one of the things that I have my men do is keep that yard of mine clean. and it's a fucking mess right now. But there's a couple of different. I'm not going to make any excuses. And Eric would have gone out there and cleaned it up. Workers be damned. Tired himself out or whatever. Man, I ain't doing that shit now, man. So I was telling my boy, I said, yeah, Turtle, we got to wait till a little bit until the holiday, when the workers come back, and I'm going to get this yard all cleaned up and taken care of and all. And I kind of felt bad, but I just said, man, man, Quanda, you got to fucking man, you ain't doing all that shit. Not that I couldn't. Maybe it ain't got nothing to do with my leg. Maybe I just don't want to do that shit.
Right.
Maybe it ain't got nothing to do. I was looking at this video the other day, sister, this guy. And he got a little documentary, I guess. I'll send you a link or something if I come across it again. He's got one arm, and he may have built his house after his one arm amputation. Like at first there was nothing, so he wanted something to do, so he built a house. And that's how he dealt with his fucking amputation. Yeah, that's balls. Yeah. That's something. And they showed him, when I say he built it, his wife was videotaping him. And he didn't have no help doing nothing. I'm talking about from breaking the foundation to laying the concrete. He laid the entire foundation, and he just showed you how he did it. And so that's very interesting. So that's one. And now how do I deal with it? I'm learning, and I'm in a tumultuous state of life right now. And I'm going to accept that. I think I have been accepting it. And I'm really putting a lot of energy in trying to maintain and regain balance and focus. Sister, I fell the other day.
Really?
Yes, I did. Right there. Now, let me tell you.
Out of nowhere?
You're going to love it. So my sleeve has holes in it. Okay. And so I was mending it, because I don't have a replacement until next week when I go back to the guy to get it. So I used some sealant on it and I sprayed it on there. But it had to let that shit dry. So I said, I'll put it right there. Go get me a cup of coffee. Put it on my leg, just slip it in. I'm going to walk 5-6 feet.
Yeah.
Sister, I was out there, I made my damn coffee. I turned my ass around, my coffee in hand and the sandwich in the other, and it came right out of my fucking thing. Boom! On the floor, dogs got to eat.
Damn.
I was like, Alzora, guess what? I just fell. Fuck. She's like, are you all right? She didn't run to help me or nothing like that. She said, are you all right? I said, I reckon. Dogs are fucking running around me. Yeah. Turtle yells, Dad, you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm all right, man. Fucking stump hurts a little bit, but I'm like, fuck it. Grab my leg, put it on, get on up. Yeah. Give the dogs the food, and you keep on going. And you keep on going. But that's the first time that ever happened. I came out of my fucking prosthetic. Socket. Yeah, out of the socket.
That's happened to me a few times.
Oh, how?
In public.
No, how?
Because I wear it a lot.
Okay.
So, from the moisture of the sleeve. And then one time the pin got stuck.
The pin?
Yeah, the pin got stuck in the bottom part of the prosthetic.
Okay.
So that was attached, and then the actual rubber sleeve came off of my skin. So it was just like a separation.
Yes.
So here's the hard part.
Okay.
And then here's my leg out of the hard part, but the whole
thing
is still connected.
Yeah. And what happened? It went
forward.
No, you went forward. It didn't. Right. Copy that. Fuck. Yeah. And that was in public.
Yeah, a couple times. Slid, got grabbed on my hand.
No fuck.
Yeah. Got the fuck back up.
Right?
Yeah.
What you gonna do?
What you gonna do? Right?
What you gonna do? Yeah, you gonna fucking lay there. Hell no, you gonna lay there. Okay, so lack. Okay, all right, that's good. Yeah. Okay, so you just got two good stories out here where we came out of our stumps. Out of our sockets. Yeah, out of our sockets. Lack. So you see, like I was saying, you know how we were saying last time, it's a lot of this shit gonna be, I guess, repeating itself. But hey, man, maybe the gospel that's what it is, and you got to repeat the shit so people hear it. I don't know. At any rate, that's why I'd be getting mad, man, or dismayed. I get mad. I want to change that emotion when I see people that are amputees that are just for the sake of this discussion, what I interpret as wallowing in pity and the woe is me thing. And
Yeah, I don't do that.
I want to be more encouraging with this podcast. But it's like, I ain't gonna be babying your ass. What the fuck, bro? No, what we're saying, get some fucking balls, man. In life. In life. See, this is what I be saying. That shit is not just about your amputation. The amputation is simply a vehicle that the higher power is using for you to address whatever the fuck is fucked up about you, man. It's just another way of you learning whatever lesson you got to learn in this dimension.
Yeah.
And so that idea of lack is false. It's a lie. And even as I was experiencing it today, I got to understand, what am I avoiding if I even allow my shit to think that shit,
way.
man?
Exactly.
What am I avoiding?
Yeah, what can't you face?
Right. And I don't know.
You don't. That goes back to the first episode. You gotta sit in it. If you're not sitting in it and you don't really want to know, you're not gonna figure it out. You gotta sit in it.
So I need to sit in it more.
Yeah.
Sit
If you still can't get over those thoughts or being angry because you can't do some shit.
Oh no, I don't get angry necessarily because I can't do some shit. I get angry at the other people that say they can't do shit.
But why does their how can I put
I hear you.
this?
I'm hearing you. Why is what they're doing fucking with
affecting
me?
you, yeah. Like it's not you.
But
So
I
why the
love
fuck
them.
do you care?
But I love them. And I don't want them to
Okay,
feel that way.
Then you give words of encouragement, but don't let that alter your
Okay.
energy.
Okay. You said something there now. You said something there, and that's my cross I got to be bearing. You said give words of encouragement. Now, just before the podcast, I was telling you about dynamics within my personal life between me and my wife. Now, so that's the second time the Lord said to me today, what words of encouragement are you using? Okay.
Right, 'cause you can talk about somebody all day, but is it helping them? No.
You don't see them
yell at them all
shit.
day.
Yeah,
Is
right.
it
Yeah,
helping?
no, they ain't
No.
helping. Right. And you do that out of frustration, and that is actually not manifesting your Buddha nature because you're acting like a fucking animal if you're yelling. That's what they would say. What do you think? Is yelling ever necessary?
To a certain extent.
Oh,
sometimes.
now. See, when you say, that's where I get confused.
Why?
Because.
Just like you did earlier with the damn dog. He wouldn't listen to you.
Right, so I said I had to yell. And then I said, Chef, why sometimes I got to raise my voice?
You just answered your own question, though.
The situation called for it. So if you're with your mate, or if you're talking to another amputee and you raise your voice, doesn't that situation perhaps call for it? So now then the challenge might become, never allow a situation to manifest to where it will call for you to have to yell. But you can't control that
that's your
shit.
Goal, yeah. If not yelling is your goal, then yeah.
That's hard as fuck. Because you have no control of any other body's actions, only how
At
you
all.
respond.
At all.
Only how you respond. So you have, of course, responsibility in regards to your amputation. Perhaps you, like myself, can number yourself among the people that, okay, my amputation is partially due to me being irresponsible. Okay?
For sure.
Okay? So I accept that. I ain't got no problem with that. Fuck it.
Sure.
You're going to pay the price no matter what.
What it is,
Yeah,
yeah.
you going to pay the price. So for me, I lost a leg. Okay, I'm there. Cool. But then you got to come and shift into a place of understanding where you must define that losing of the leg as a powerful and inspirational thing for you. Okay, I got that part. But now about that yelling. I gotta keep on working on it. Yeah, I don't want to be yelling and shit, man. That ain't cool.
That's outside of the amputation, though.
Right.
That's
That's control
outside of
issues.
that. Yeah.
That's control issues.
That-
So, well,
that's not your leg, player.
okay, I
That's
hear you.
something else.
Okay. Well, now, control issues in life. So maybe the Lord is trying to talk to me about control issues in my life.
Possibly.
Now, my wife says that sometimes I can be controlling.
Can you?
Not unless someone wants to be controlled. Can you?
How you talk to her, maybe, or how you assess things in the home, how you assess when you guys go out. Those type of things you gotta look at.
Controlling. Are those exhibitions of control? Should one control a situation if they see it going astray? That's a responsible thing to do. But it's how. Oh, yes, it is. As the head of this household, it is.
With you.
As the head of this household, it always is.
She's also an individual, though.
That's
Your wife
true.
is also an individual.
I agree with that. Absolutely. So as an individual, do what you have to do. But as part of that individual now, and when you're talking about couples and husbands and wives, as far as my interpretation goes, you're as the wife and as the husband as well. I would think, and I don't know, and that's why I ask women. I says, oh, isn't your goal to simply be a reflection of your husband and to only make decisions that would put your family in a good situation? And if you are doing something that could possibly jeopardize that, even though it is something that you want to do, you should be cognizant of the effect that it can have on your family. You must, when you become union with one and you become a partner in a marriage, you do not matter anymore. It is all about the whole. Your only responsibility is to manifest the best person that you can be so that the whole blossoms. If you are doing anything other than that, if you are thinking about yourself and what's going to make you feel good in the moment, you are doing a disservice to that relationship. Once you make the decision to be in a marriage or to commit yourself to someone, because to me marriage is, but the commitment is what I'm about. Once you make that commitment, no, you don't exist no more, except for as part of the whole. Because that's just the way it is. Tell me where I'm wrong.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've never been married,
Right.
so.
But you've been in a relationship.
Yeah, but.
You don't feel that way? How do you feel about a man that says that to you? Saying, well, Chef, this is what I think about relationship. How would you respond?
If he said those words that you just said
Sure.
to me?
Sure.
I don't know. I can't really answer that.
Do you agree or disagree with it?
I agree with some and I disagree with some.
What part do you disagree with?
The part where I'm out the window. No, sir, I'm not. I'm still me. I'm still in.
Yeah, you're still you. And your goal is to manifest.
When we have things that are going on together,
Yeah.
then that's when I will come together. But I'm not losing myself in anything.
What?
Or anyone.
At what time are you not doing something together?
A lot of times.
Like what?
When you're a boyfriend and girlfriend, you're not always together.
Yeah.
But when you're talking about as a marriage, that's
Yeah, as a
what I
marriage,
can't
that's a
answer that
different.
for
Yeah,
you.
that's a
I've
different
never
thing.
been married.
Right.
I've never been.
Have
with
you
someone
witnessed
that
it?
long
Yeah.
For a long period of time.
Right. My thoughts on that, beyond what I've said, is that I think too many people, and we as a nation, in a lot of regards, go for that. Have put a lot of value on this concept of individuality that does not serve the greater good of God. That man was made to be in communion with nature and everything around him and the other beings around him. Only negativity, only the devil wants man to be separate. Now, in order to be together, that means you guys got to be on kind of a like page and have a standard of morality and agree upon spoken and unspoken ways of how you're going to be with each other. You got to be on the same page. When I look at society and I see, when I look at my own life and I see, I am so committed to trying to extinguish those demarcations. You are the universe. And how you are is how the world is going to be.
Getting to what point?
I want the world to be whole and healed.
But what does that have to do with someone being themselves and then coming together?
If you make a commitment to someone, then you're making a commitment to manifest your greatest self at all times. And that manifestation should be about recognizing the divineness of yourself, recognizing the roles that you got to play in life, recognizing that your life's energy can't be squandered, man. That you got to take that shit seriously. And too many people just don't be taking that shit seriously. And if I see it in myself, I want to call it out and I want to get on it, and see what I can do about it and come to some place with it. And I don't know, man. I see blind motherfuckers just bumping into shit, man. Speed bumps. Speed bumps. And what I understood in meditation is that you got to look at those as wonderful opportunities to test your shocks. And marriage is one of the wonderful dynamics in which you get to do that. To really exercise your faith and your commitment. Yeah. I hope that makes some sense. We were talking about how shit that sometimes people go through after being an amputee has nothing to do with being an amputee. And it just come on out. They got that phrase, when you get rich, you're only going to be more of an asshole of what you were or something. You're going to be who you really were. Yeah. With or without money. Yeah. Okay. With or without a leg, you're going to be who you were. I guess. I believe that. Okay, no? Oh, okay. No. Okay, tell me about that.
No.
Tell me about that.
I feel like, no, well, from my experience, like I said, I've changed dramatically from the person I was when I was 25, and I'm 31 now. So 6 years is literally, January 15th will be 7 years.
January 17th will be 7 years.
And in these 6 years, I've did a whole 360.
A whole 360.
Yeah. So I believe that you're not the same person that you
and
are.
You do attribute it directly to your amputation. Because what else could you do?
What else could it be?
Right.
Yeah.
What else could it be? Right. I dig it.
I didn't lose nothing else that dramatic in my life in those 6 years.
Yes.
It was just a leg.
Yes.
And I'm not the same person whatsoever.
What? Would, if a person who is an amputee came to you and said, Chef, what advice, or I feel like I have that feeling of lack. What do I do about it?
I'll say, well, what do you have? What do you have? Mm-hmm. You're breathing. That's the main thing. You got 2 arms. You got another leg. You got a smile. You got a personality, don't you? All right, then. Mm-hmm. The fuck is the issue?
And then what else you gonna say? See, because that's what they gonna say out there, Chef. But see, for you, I understand. Right? What else the fuck I'm gonna say? I'm dealing with it too.
Exactly. What is the issue?
Right. What's the issue?
I don't know.
Man, I was looking at these people on them. See, maybe I gotta stop looking at some of them damn Facebook pages with these amputees, man. I'd be like, man, what the fuck y'all talking about, bro?
Exactly.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
And like I said, I feel like it goes back to like you're trying to get sympathy, you're trying to get views instead of keeping it real and telling it how it really is being a damn amputee. Like, yeah, this shit ain't all shits and giggles and fairy tales.
But it ain't the end of the world.
That either.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
It's alright. It's alright.
Yeah.
Yeah. People that knew you before the amputation, okay, let's talk about that a little bit. Lack. Because, see, now we're going to talk about the lack that maybe others see in you.
I wouldn't know.
Tell me about that. Why you say that?
I don't think I would know because I don't pay attention to.
Right? Yeah, I know.
And
even if they start with that shit,
even if they did, or they wouldn't say it, they wouldn't. No. You know, no one's vocal.
You never sensed it.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Okay. And what happens when you sense it?
I cut that shit off.
How?
First of all, when I have a feeling like that,
yeah,
you automatically remove yourself from that situation. That's just bad juju and bad energy around you. And
I agree.
That. So therefore, that's all the way out.
Yeah.
But me, at first, I felt like, all right, well, fuck y'all. Like, that's how you feel. Like,
why would you? It's like I don't even understand that shit.
Exactly. Like, why would you switch up on me just because I lost a limb?
Right.
That just boggled my mind.
That boggled your mind?
Yeah, like I'm the same fucking person.
Okay, so you see, sister, this is what I'm talking about. That's why I don't understand when them people say my wife left me or my husband left me because I lost a limb. It ain't got nothing to do with your limb.
It's not the body. It's not the body.
I told you.
It's not the body. It's not the fucking
I
body.
told you. It ain't got nothing to do with your limb, but your mate or your family members or society sees you how you might think they see you.
Yeah.
It ain't got nothing to do with that. That's what we talking about.
Yeah. It doesn't.
That's about you.
Exactly.
Keep on going.
It's about that. It's not about the amputees. It's not about the amputees. It's about the individual who made you feel that way, or who
hey, you know what?
you, or who like disregarded you. Now they saw you as
there you go. Hey, it ain't got shit to even do with you at that point. That's them, and you better learn to call that shit out before it fuck with you.
Yeah, they see you as
that's them. That ain't you
at all, and don't portray that shit on me either.
There you go. Okay, that was a good one. That was good right there.
That's real.
Yeah, that's real. That's right.
That ain't got nothing to do with me, but that's you. That's how you feel about the situation.
And I'm sorry you feel that. I ain't even sorry you feel that. It's unfortunate.
Yeah,
it's unfortunate.
I didn't even feel that.
Because
it
like,
happened to me.
Right.
So that's on you.
Right. You know,
that's on you.
When I went back home in April, that was the first time any of my cousins had seen me since
That's
I
it?
Yes. Okay. So by that time, I'm a couple years in there.
Okay.
And my family ain't the kind of family gonna be fucking. No, ain't none of that shit, man. I came home, went home to my aunt's house, and I was, oh, how are you, Aunt Shirley, cousin Sonia, cousin Francesca, beautiful home and all. Oh, so good to see you. Yeah, I know you ain't seen me since I lost my leg. Yeah, I saw that, and I saw it on the Facebook, and I talked to your mother. Yes, ma'am. Well, go ahead and do me a favor. Bring that wood on in here, boy. Yes, ma'am. That was that. That's the story of the leg. That was that. Oh, don't get that wood for me. Bring it in here, boy.
Yeah, but that wouldn't bother me. But like, staring, whispering, silly shit like that.
Now, I haven't really experienced that, right?
Yeah,
I haven't experienced
come on.
That I'm confident in other having.
I'm trying to tell you, like that will make a person angry. That will make me angry. It did.
Why did it make you angry?
Because why the fuck are you staring at me like I'm a ghost or some kind of like a literal disabled person when I'm still able to walk and communicate and talk with you and joke with you and laugh with you and play with you, but you treated me like I was some kind of like a rag, like
fragile.
Yeah, or just like we don't want to deal with that.
Uh-oh.
Like a burden.
Uh-oh.
We don't want to deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
When I was in my chair, and that's why I was like, I had to get the fuck out of that chair. Like I had to get out of the chair as soon as possible. Mm-hmm. You're not gonna treat me like that.
Right.
You're not gonna make me feel like that.
Right.
So I had to get up out that chair quick.
Right.
And when I did, no stopping me.
Right.
And they're wondering how and why.
And why?
Come on, man.
Okay, did you have to ever dialogue and tell them that, a family member?
I don't need to tell you shit.
You just let them see me.
See me. You see me.
See me.
You watch me.
Amen.
Thank you.
Amen.
I don't have to say shit to you.
Amen.
I don't have to say nothing.
So y'all,
You see me.
just okay. We got so much we uncovered here. Okay, know what's about you and what ain't you. That's one thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, because sometimes people gonna put shit on you because
Yeah.
they dealing with their own shit. That's a big
Yes.
thing.
Yes.
The other thing is you got to see you.
And know you and love you.
Right.
Like, for real.
And that means even not even, especially dealing with your bullshit.
Yeah. Your own personal, yeah.
You got to deal with that so that you can see yourself for the beautiful God that you are. Yeah. And once you touch on that shit, you're going to retract a little bit.
A lot of it.
Yeah, you're going to retract.
A lot of
Yeah,
it.
you're going to retract.
No.
I'm just trying to be encouraging.
No, a lot of it.
You're going to
Keep it
retract.
real.
Yeah, you're going to retract a lot. And then life becomes interesting
Very.
because then it's about getting there again and holding on to it. Amen.
That light ain't little no more. It's shining bright.
Right.
But it sucks that you have to lose something so significant
Mhm.
for you to grasp that, you know. But I
Yeah.
have to let people know, like, you have to go through some shit in order to see some shit and know who you are.
Right.
If you've never been through anything,
I hear you.
You can't. How are you gonna know who you are? Like,
Right.
You can't.
Right. You know, I got a question. Okay, it's New Year, a day or so, whatever. Do you have any, what they call them, resolutions or something?
I don't believe that shit.
Yeah, okay. See, me in the system, man.
Yeah.
See, at first, I was doodling on the notes, and I can show you the notes. I said, oh, maybe Chef and I will do a show, because I ain't even have to talk to her about it, y'all. I said, oh, well, New Year, but I said, we don't believe in that resolution shit. I know I ain't have to talk to her about it. I ain't even embarrassed myself by bringing it up. But I said, I'd say Chef don't like this. I said, how about New Year's evolutions? How you gonna evolve?
Oh, yeah.
Right. How you gonna evolve in 2022? You have any thoughts or goals that you want to do? Because I got a couple doozies I'm gonna lay on you. Anything?
Not worth saying live.
Okay.
You know, some shit you gotta keep to yourself.
I dig it.
you
I
know?
dig it. Again,
But
we'll see her.
yeah, yeah.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen. Girl. I was up here last night and playing video games with the boy. That boy beat my ass. You know.
Well.
Yeah, two out of 10 times, I'm gonna win. The other 8, he gonna win. I ain't giving a game to him. It's damn good, man. My fucking fingers on your fucking. Anyway, so we did that for a little bit. I've never been one too big into that video game stuff, but it's sometimes that we can share and stuff. I'm getting it, yeah, and we have a good time. And he loves that he can beat me. But I told him, I said, boy, I congratulate you. I want you to bask in that light. Because I said, once Daddy gets the hang of it now, I ain't going to give you no mercy. He said, I said, don't give me no. He said, Dad, I'm going to let you win. I said, no, son. Don't let me win. I appreciate it. It's beautiful that you have that feeling to do that. But I said, don't you do that to your daddy. You beat my ass. I said, I'm going to win when I earned it. When I get the hang of this shit, and I said, when that happened, don't be asking for no mercy.
Redo.
No, sir. Anyway, we did that. He going to bed. Girl, I got into these it's something that's in my spirit a little bit. And look, I'm even getting into it. I'm going to take glider lessons. Yeah. I'm going to learn how to, gliders. See, a plane, I ain't that fucking bright, man. I don't know all that shit. I don't know all them numbers and blah, 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 and have to calculate. That motherfucker's doing calculations the whole time you driving that fucker. But A glider is no engine, and it glides using the currents of the air. Now, you get that fuck up in the air a couple of different ways. Sometimes a plane will tow you up, and then you release the little thing, right? And then you can glide. And then they teach you, I've been reading the manual. I get into things, guys. I read the manual through, and you use the air currents to gain altitude, and you coast. People can go great distances in it. So I'm gonna do it. I done already called the people and give them half the money. Yeah, I did that this morning. So I'm gonna take that starting mid-January. Yeah, mid-January. I'm gonna become a glider pilot. I started seeing those videos, and I've always wanted to fly, but I knew that I am not the kind of personality that's gonna fucking become a pilot. I don't have that attention span, you know. So I don't be fooling myself about shit, man. I don't be fooling myself. I'm gonna talk about that a little bit. I don't be walking too fucking far, and I let motherfuckers know, no, man, no, I ain't doing that, yo. My work is to tell them, motherfucker, no, Mr. Q ain't walking across there. Fuck you, he ain't doing it. He'll talk to you from the fucking truck. That's the boss. He ain't fucking walking over there. I ain't doing it. Anyway, I'm gonna fly that fucking glider, though, sister. I'm gonna fly that glider, and I'm gonna show that license up to y'all proudly when I get it. It shouldn't take me too long once I get started. Like I said, I'm already getting half the money, so I'm definitely going, motherfuckers. And that's a great evolution that I'm going to do at my age. I'm going to learn to fly. Amen.
Okay, learn now.
Amen, sister. I'm going to do it. I'm going to try to get you on up there with me.
I'm
one
going
day.
to
Oh, yes, Lord, I'm going to do it. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm working on a documentary film that I'm kind of excited about.
Dope.
That I'd like to really, see if I can get that thing going. Yeah, I was talking to some people today about it, and these people wanted to do what they call that shit, a reality show on me.
Oh, okay.
And they shot some stuff. They were here for about a month. I wasn't doing that shit.
No?
Nah, I don't like that shit, man. I told them they had to convince me of it. Okay.
Why? Because they're like all up in your space or what?
That don't bother me. I just think it's boring. I want to watch it. What the fuck?
Because you want to watch it. A lot of people will watch it.
That's what they said, sister.
Record me.
Sister,
Now,
I'll put you on the show.
Everywhere.
Listen, I'll tell you about it off the camera. I'll tell you about it off camera. And I'll tell you about it. Okay, at any rate, those same people. Mm-hmm. So you got any other thoughts? Because they're doing shit to the tape that they got. Okay, and then they're going to take it to the people that said they want to buy it, I guess, maybe, and say, hey, this is what it might look like. Okay. They said, you got any other ideas? And I said, well, yeah, I got this documentary thing I'm interested in. And I shared it with them, and that's pretty fucking cool. It has nothing to do with being an amputee at all. And they're still very interested in it. And they asked me if I had some other story ideas, and I got a Western about a one-legged black guy that I'd like to see happen.
Yeah, you look like that type.
Yeah, I got a Western in mind about this guy. Yeah, he's a Buffalo soldier trying to lead some brothers and sisters across the mountains to California. Right. And of course the white man trying to kill him. And so I'm working on that. It started off as a book 2 years ago. Okay. 2 years ago it started off as a book. I put it away, tried to build a business, doing this. Oh, and that brings me, this day's broadcast is brought to you by Black Lotus jojoba oil. Look at that there.
Hey, you gotta get in refilled.
Yeah, there you go. I got a commercial. Now, if I'd done this on the StreamYard, sister, I had a commercial that we have started running on the internet that has been running, that I was going to run. I learned how to put it into the show and take a break, and, the commercial run, but I fucked it up. Anyway, we'll figure it out. Black Lotus jojoba oil, please come and visit us. We'd love to tell you more about that. I'll do that next show. At any rate, trying to do this jojoba farm thing. I was talking to my mother, and I'm learning this shit as I go, and It's challenging. It's challenging, yeah. And but I'm gonna make it manifest. I'm gonna make it manifest. It's challenging, and throughout the course of my life, admittedly, I've often bitten off more than I can chew, and so I've really gotten much better at really, narrowing my focus. My son has helped that a lot. My wife has helped me in doing that a lot. Narrowing my focus, and still I got
a ton of branches.
a ton of branches. Yeah.
Same here.
And trying to chop that shit down. Right.
Ambition, it doesn't sleep.
Right.
Ambition doesn't sleep.
And I'd be sometimes feeling a little bit guilty if I want to take a break for a while, man. I was like, I got so much fucking work to do, man. But that's why I don't be saying, how the fuck y'all gonna sit around worrying about somebody leaving you? Or worrying about you ain't got no fucking leg. Man, I got a bill to pay. What the fuck I'm gonna sit around be talking about it for? Come on, pray on it. Pray on that shit, man. And keep moving. And, as my friend Daniel Bryant says, and as Chef has said, you gotta sit in it too, though. So to me, that's what that prayer is about. That prayer take that time to connect with your God within. Okay, all right, let me see what I'm going to work on today. Let me pick one thing that I can try to change today. One step I can make a little bit closer to the goal. When I made that phone call today to them glider people, I believe in picking up the phone and just calling. And I also believe in putting myself to task within means, with what you can do. Don't be too fucking crazy now. But say, okay, let me make this commitment to myself and to this company over here. Take that step. Now I know I got to come up with the other half of that fucking money. So you know what that means? Go to work. So go to work. That's what that means. So see, one thing leading to another, and now what am I going to discover when I go to work? I just was, amen. I was just saying to my wife, I said, yeah, sister, my love, work slow because of the holidays and all. I ain't worried about it. We got money. I ain't worried about it. Oh, I'll pick up, but I know I got shit I got to take care of. Costs money now. Sister, no fucking soon I said that today, this fucking phone starts ringing with business.
Hey, there you go.
You put it out there, man.
It'll come.
Put it out there.
Right.
Shit I didn't even see coming.
That part. That's the best.
Didn't even see that shit coming.
That's the best.
Thank you. Amen.
That's the best.
And amen. You got to make sure you done till the soil for your blessings to grow. Amen. Okay. So there ain't no lack. It's a delusion. It's a delusion, y'all. And we want to encourage you. One leg, two leg, no arm, one leg, I don't give a fuck.
Exactly.
You better see the blessings in your life and know that you got an opportunity here and there ain't no lack. Keep that shit to yourself and take it off your children. Take it off of your communities. Take it off this nation. We are in a land of abundance and in a plane of existence of abundance. Share. But you got to be confident to be able to share.
That's the key.
And see, that's what it's about in our world. Lack of confidence.
Exactly. Because everybody wants to be like everyone else instead of being confident in the skin they're in already. That's way more beautiful than trying to be like the next man or woman. Like being confident in your own skin is some powerful shit.
Amen.
And a lot of people can't do that.
Yep. Amen. And like I was saying last week, I'm going to go back to it. See, the Lord knew. That's why he put me in that fat kid body, sister.
Right. Chunky one. Hey, the chunky ones, I'm telling you.
That's why
we triumph.
That's why they put. Oh, you was a little fat
kid? I was a fat motherfucker.
What?
Yes.
No, you won't,
Michelle.
Michelle.
Oh my God, I'm gonna bring the picture next week.
Lord, y'all see this lady?
Oh my God.
I don't believe it. I can't wait to see. I'll bring my fat picture too. Yes, ma'am. Okay, we'll do that.
Let's match.
I do not believe it.
Oh yes.
What?
Oh, yes.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll talk about that next week. And I think I'm going to have a surprise. I ain't going to say too much about it now, but I think we actually will have a guest. She is not black.
So?
Okay.
Why you got to say that?
Because
we know what we represent, but so what?
right. Yeah,
It's
you're
okay.
right.
Thank you.
Yep.
Guest.
Yeah. So I think it's going to happen. She's a wonderful actress. We have the same agent.
Okay.
When I was talking about that show, I said, man, I the hell want to see a old one-legged black guy. I'm somewhat conservative. People have been telling me, Lord, I tell you, I'm having this argument with one of these church ladies. I think you know her. We'll talk about it off camera.
Probably do.
Lord, that lady called me everything but the child of God.
I'm sure she did.
And Lord, the most offensive thing she said to me was, Mr. Q, you probably one of those goddamn progressive liberals. I stood in that damn parking lot over there at Sister Carrie's, and I said, Lord, woman, you done said some things to me today, but I will not suffer that abuse.
Rolling.
How dare you call me a liberal? Anyway.
I'm rolling.
Yeah, sister, she let me have it. She said, Mr. Q, you're probably one of them progressive liberals. I said, Lord, woman, you don't know me. Okay, amen. All right, now, well, I'm going to let it go at that. We'll see you next week. Goodbye. Oh, we did good. We went for 46 minutes. That was good. We had a great show, I think. That was a good show. Yeah, that lady, boy, almost cussed me out, sister.
Over
and
what?
Because her granddaughter was wearing an AKA sweatshirt. You know what that is?
Yeah.
Okay. I walk into the store. I said, oh, how you doing, darling? I was looking for Sister Carrie. She's sitting over there. Actually, Sister Karen was sitting there. And I says, you know, my great